Sema iko maneno gani? Asante sana. Thank you very much. I want to announce the people of Kenya and more so my supporters that I'm just about to leave the country for the United States for some engagement with the Kenyans in the diaspora. I'll take a 10-day rest because I've been working very hard 24/7 without resting. I like to take 10 days to rest, meditate, pray, read, and re-energize, and spend some quality time with my wife. I've not had the opportunity to spend some quality time with her. From there, I'll be going to Spokane. I'll go to Dallas. I'll go to Kansas. I'll go to Oregon. I'll go to Boston and many other places to engage the people of Kenya. But as I leave the country, I've heard the president say that he will take charge of dealing with goons. I'm very happy because the last time I was in the States when I came back, Kipchumba Murkomen had organized goons to rain terror on me and my supporters here in Nairobi. And now that the president has said that he will take care of goons in person, I trust now it will be done because he is the president. And if it does not happen, then it means he is the one behind the goons, or he must resign as president of the Republic of Kenya because he has given a commitment to the people of Kenya after goons rain terror in his own meeting. And I don't know why Murkomen did not advise him not to go where goons are, because the other day he said, once you know they are goons, you shouldn't go there. I think Murkomen has really messed up his boss because he is the appointing authority. He should have advised him that there will be goons in Murwa Dekil, and per his advice, William Ruto should not have gone to Murwa Dekil. But let me advise William Ruto, if he is serious, he wants to deal with the goons, he must sack Kipchumba Murkomen and Remo Domoro because they are the planners and financiers of goons in the country. Why it's been very difficult for police to deal with the goons, and the police are crying to us, is because operations confidential expenditure, and that is why it has been very difficult to deal with goons. So if William Ruto today was embarrassed that goons are attacking his own meeting, and he has made a conscious decision to deal with goons in person, my advice to him is that he must deal with the people who finance goons, who plan goons, and that is his Minister for Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, and Remo Domolo. I'm just giving him free advice as a civic duty, as a senior citizen of this country, so that probably he can succeed. So I look forward that when I come back, there will be no goons. William Ruto will have done what he needs to do, and I trust because he has tested goons. And I want him that once you bring the culture of goons in the country, it reaches a point you lose control. So if you find people with bows and arrows attacking people in a meeting where the president is, it is how low we have sunk as a country. And I had advised him, but unajua ni kichwa ngumu hasikii, lakini sasa amejionea mwenyewe. Finally, I want to say that Kenyans must keep on fighting. They must stand up for their rights. They must uphold the rule of law. They must demand accountability. They must demand good governance. They must demand prudent use of public resources. I have asked my team in DCP to keep the fire burning. DCP party is not a one-man show. It's a serious mass movement that enjoys popular support in Kenya. And I have a team of leaders who assist me to run the party. And nothing will stop. They will be all over the country. Starting this weekend, they will be in Laikipia, in Ngarwa and Sipili. They will be everywhere in the whole country. My deputy party leader, Cleo Malala, has sufficient instructions to take charge with the Secretary General designate and keep the party going, keep calling out William Ruto, keep on calling out the excesses against the people of Kenya. And I have connected them to a few people who give me information. I hope they will trust them with that information. And once they are given that information, they must do what I do. They must use it for the benefit of the people of Kenya. I have talked to my brothers in the United Opposition. I have encouraged them to keep the fire burning. The journey to liberate this country is not a one-man show. It is for all of us. And Kenyans have demanded that we provide leadership to make sure that next year William Ruto is one term and we get a responsible government that will practice good governance, accountability, and that will uphold the rule of law, and that will restore the dignity of the payslip, restore sanity in our country, and the rule of law. We must do away with goonism. We must do away with theft of public resources. We must do away with impunity. So the media, I wish you well. Continue doing a good job. You are the last line of defense because of the nature of impunity that is going on in the country. Continue calling out the government. You have seen, I've talked about IBC. I've just seen they are admitting some of the flaws. The tender for the procurement of the transmission system has been tailor-made for a South Korean firm, and there's a big kickback of almost 2 billion shillings going to the IBC commissioners and Hassan Joe and William Ruto, and that system has failed in every country it has been tried. We cannot accept it here in Kenya. It must be rejected in total because we want to have a free, fair, verifiable elections next year where the sovereign will of the people will prevail. Asanteni sana, natakia nyinyi na musalimiane mkifika nyumbani.
Right, may I ask you a question?
Yes.
This trip to the US, is it a continuation of last year's? Because from what we understand, you had to cut it short because of the by-elections. Is this a continuation?
Consultations is a continuous process. I believe our party, DCP, talks about listening to the ground. Not just the ground in Kenya, but even in overseas where Kenyans are. I am going to continue consulting the people of Kenya. I've concluded a 56 days conversation with the people of Kenya in Wamunyoro. I want to go and engage the people in the diaspora. They are very serious stakeholders of our country. They contribute. They are actually the largest foreign exchange earner for our country. And I want to go and talk to them. I've seen you have been sent some questions. You can read for me.
It's recording.
Oh, okay, very well. You know, anytime I'm interviewing this fellow, the PS for Interior is called Omolo. When I had Ramogi, he was sending questions to the to the presenters. Again, when I had college in stations, Mayo from State House was sending them questions. But I'm able to answer any question, either from the journalists or whoever has sent them.
You know, we had reached a point where we were almost expecting the opposition to give us a one person who is going
No. Hold your horses, my dear.
I have not finished. He's actually supposed to be the presidential candidate for 2027. Now that you're taking the trip to the US, is this something that will be put on hold until you come back?
Let me tell you, my dear, and the people of Kenya, choosing a single presidential candidate is the easiest of all the challenges that we have ahead of us. We can meet one day for lunch, and before dinner we have a candidate. The real job, and that's what I'm doing, and that is what I expect my colleagues in the United Opposition to do, is political mobilization against William Ruto, is to persuade the people of Kenya that they must register as voters, they must come out and vote out William Ruto and vote in a responsible government. That is the most difficult part and the most urgent, and that is what is ongoing. Once Kenyans have been mobilized successfully, and I've told everybody, the politics of Kenya revolves around regional blocks. Once these blocks have been mobilized successfully, I, for one, I can confirm, I've mobilized the mountain to Amman, I've mobilized the city of Nairobi, the Maa Nation. I am actually now working on the Kipsigis community, and you can see it's working. I was there on Friday last week. William Ruto was there today, crying to the Kipsigis that they are embarrassing him by coming to Amonyoro. And they said, no, if we never went to Amonyoro, you would not have come here. So this Rigathi guy is a real thing. And we want him to come to Bomet, we want him to come to Kericho, so that you can come and work for us. Because I was able to persuade the Kipsigis, this William Ruto, because I know him, he only works for those people who oppose him. He's just interested in being elected. So if you support him, he ignores you. If you oppose him and say you not vote for him, he works for you. And I think the Kipsigis have learned the good way and how to do it. So I was there on Friday. They welcomed me very well. William Ruto rushed there. The other day I was in Narok, he rushed there. So let us continue with the political mobilization. I want to ask Kenyans to be patient. Mwai Kibaki, the third president of the Republic of Kenya, was chosen as the single presidential candidate for the opposition then on 14th of October 2002, when the elections were to be held on 27th of December the same year. 2 months, 13 days apart. We have a whole year, 11 months. What is the hurry? In my view, hii ni maneno ya March, April huko. Wengine wanasema leo, wengine wanasema kesho. Wale wanasema leo, nauliza wewe, kura zako wanaleta kwa mesa ni ngapi? Unasema tuamue leo. What are you putting on the table? First go and mobilize, then ukuje useme tuamue leo. Because huwezi kuja kusema tuamue leo na hakuna kitu unaleta. So let everybody mobilize. And I'm very happy with what is happening in Western Kenya. Wamalwa, Sifuna, Malala, they are doing a good job. I am very happy with what is happening in Nyanza. I'm very happy. That is really the way to go. Once we complete political mobilization, after Christmas, we should be able now to agree when we sit down, work out on a formula, sit down and come up with a single presidential candidate. And I can tell you the commitment is total. From my end, I have said I am the most suitable. But in case my colleagues has my support and that of my support.
All right.
Idea. It's a scheduled flight.
You still got. If you don't mind, would you share with us the kind of people you're likely to meet if you're going to meet government officials?
No, you